My bumhole's gone numb. Hey Blankers, welcome to Season 4 of Not 40 Just Blank. This time around we're going to tackle a different subject matter each podcast. We'll jump from theme tunes to chocolate, from kids' TV shows to Eurovision, politics to exercise and everything in between. We'll cast our eyes over it all, musing about films and music associated to the topic in hand, as well as bringing our own unique way of analysing the subject. It's likely to be pretty weird. Plus, there'll still be all the stuff you know and love. Weird news, Jim versus Phil versus Dell, and your letters and emails. We can guarantee you a lot of laughs, so sit back and enjoy, as Not 40 Just Blank does. Well, hi folks, and welcome Blankers to our latest episode in the series, in which we're taking a deep dive into one particular subject. This is Not 40 Just Blank Does, the USA. So, please say a fat old howdy and a doody to my two favourite partners. It's Rich and Phil. Good evening, you buggers.
Howdy, partner.
Oh, it's the first of what I can only guess is going to be many an impression, many an accent. Yes, please. I want as many as possible this evening. Are we good, boys? Are we good?
Yeah, all good. All good.
Talking
you got there, stranger.
It's delightful to see you both.
Yeah, no,
So,
no, fantastic, mate. I was just go, love being here for us, the podcast. I don't know.
He's going to break into
Dill's
song.
opening up.
He is, isn't he?
He's got his
So-
Oscar speech ready.
I just want to say thank you to
I love being
my mum.
here.
Well, we're going American, yeah. We could go Oscar, I could go Gwyneth Paltrow, burst into tears. But I feel the podcast for us, it's a night out, a lovely night out.
It is.
But for our families,
It's a night off.
It's a night off. Yeah.
It's a lovely
It's a
night
night
off
off, yeah.
from this horse shit that keeps getting spoken to them.
the fuck out of my
It's true, yeah. For God's sake, when are you recording next? Please
I
go sooner.
I do get that, though. Are you
Yeah.
recording this week? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that you know Hedge. Yes.
Yeah.
Night off.
Get Ben Shepherd round.
Not that they even want to go out. They just don't want us there, which is harsh, but I think incredibly true. Certainly from my perspective. Well, anyway. Sure. Anyway, so it's nice to see you, boys. Are we ready to tackle the U.S.A?
Yeah.
Let's be honest, quite a big subject.
Yeehaw.
So who knows where we're going to end up with this one. But for a start for 10, I've got some facts about the old US.A, which I think I can regale you. And every time I do something or stop, I want you to break into at least one.
Every one of our listeners
The
in America.
U.S.A.
Yeah. Should we start by issuing an apology for all of the American listeners that we do have, and saying it's nothing personal? Whatever Phil does say, he's sorry for. Do you want to apologise now, Phil, or you?
Nah, it's all in good jest.
It's all in jest. It's all in good spirits, isn't it? So
Yeah.
yes, we love you dearly. All right. So fact number one about the US.A.
Go on.
Fucking massive, isn't it?
It's huge.
I mean, like, properly fucking massive.
Yes.
So apparently, if you go east to west, it's 2,800 miles wide.
Really?
And it's 1,650 miles tall, if that's the way you measure countries. It's basically the same size as the whole of Europe.
Really?
You just go, for fuck's sake.
hell.
It's just
Yeah.
greedy, isn't it?
And I mean, he's bad when you have to, like, internal flights are still like 7 or 8 hours long. That's crazy.
For like college games and stuff, where they have to go and travel, it's like a flight and stuff, isn't it? It's not like,
It's like us
we used to
going-
go around the school, we'd drive 20 minutes up the road.
road,
It's like,
yeah.
that's quite a distance, isn't it? No.
Yeah, but even like the schools and the colleges, they've got like stadiums, like proper, like decent
Yeah,
stadiums.
yeah. Have you
and
watched
it's like
like you can watch the NFL and stuff, but you go like 3 grades down from that, and
still-
it's basically like Civic College playing
but they-
Southend College, and there's 20,000 people watching, and they've got
them.
That's where all
marching
the
bands.
draft comes
Yeah,
from, and that, isn't it?
absolutely.
From that.
They
That's
can be
where
rich.
the
They can be rich from that point
Yeah.
onwards, sort of thing. It's insane.
It is mad.
It's just a different level of everything, isn't it? Everything's. I know what they say. Everything's bigger in Texas, but basically everything's bigger in the States generally, isn't it?
I thought you was going to break into that Beyonce song.
I was thinking about it, and then I decided against it because we can't afford the royalties.
Do you imagine if Ben Shepherd was American then?
Jesus,
Well, Big
you
Ben.
really are obsessed with Big Ben, aren't you?
Yeah.
He's my new hunk.
Is your new?
It's going to replace Costner with a homegrown
I won't
talent.
go that far.
You've probably got the most English guy, but with I think the thing that would make it in America is, as you know, is a massive dick.
That really is.
When you turn up at passport control, that's what's going to get you.
Can we see your picture?
Yeah.
Did you say? Can you see my penis?
Yeah. I'm sorry, sir.
You can't come in. That thing definitely can't.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, Ben Shepherd, good times. What else can I tell you about the United States? There are 330 million people living in that big old country.
Wow.
And if you essentially 90% of it, or 90% of them, should I say, live down both sides of the country. So if you take the sort of strip down the east coast and strip down the west coast, you've got half of the people. And then the rest of that whole country, like 90% of the landmass, is where the other half are.
Oh, really?
So it's all just basically pulled into these two strips of east and west. Yeah, because you've got New York on the east coast, and San Francisco and Vegas, and
I read a thing about something like New York City has more people living in it than 40 of the 50 states put together.
Yes, and it's tiny in comparison size. Really? Yeah, it's just dense.
And that's crazy, isn't it?
Right.
And then you've got other places like Texas that's 3 times the size of the UK.
Yeah.
Is it? There's
just land, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just land.
It's just a state, isn't it?
It's just one state.
Wow.
It's just insane, isn't it? It's just, everything is just vast.
Yeah, it's big. It's like, for the people, they're quite big, aren't they? And the food.
Okay. Can I apologise for Phil's apology?
No,
take it back and push it onto the
No, but I mean, just in
they're
general.
all big guys.
No, I'm not saying they're fatties, but I'm just saying. no, I'm just saying they're just big. They're just big people, aren't they? They're big sizes, big people. It's just.
But
like
again, going back to sort of college games and stuff, it's like they go. Because they play that American football malarkey, not proper football as we know it, obviously. But they've got like offensive tackles, so British, and they're 22 stone, aren't they? It's like, and they're college kids. And you're like, but you have to be that big to play that position.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Bloody hell! I think I missed out on my call.
Like basketball, you have to be like 7 foot tall, don't you?
I just don't understand how they do it. There must be something in the water in the States,
mustn't
it?
Maybe.
Got to be. Maybe we should look into this. Yeah. They declared independence from the good old UK. Back in 1776?
Yeah.
Would you argue that was a lucky escape for them or a lucky escape for us?
Probably a lucky escape for them.
No, I'd say for us now.
I mean, yeah, we're both in a bloody mess, aren't we? Let's be honest.
Currently.
It's not going well because it's election time for them, isn't it? And it's a choice between Dozy Joe, 84-year-olds, or
the states almost
Dirty
govern
Dog.
Themselves, don't they?
Yeah, I still can't quite work it out. So they've all got their own laws and their own bits. And then even within states, they've got their own little sections that can kind of run themselves. And then just, naughty Donald.
One state you can marry a horse, another state you can be murdered for eating a Twix. You can be put to death.
Both good places in my book. Both good places. Yeah, it's just a mad place. The whole thing freaks me out. There's just some weird
I love
shit.
it. I love the craziness of it. I love the whole thing. I remember as a kid this is so ridiculous. I remember
already I'm excited by this.
I remember having a play date, Gav came round or whatever, and we thought if we hid in a box that for some reason
it would get sort of parcelled up and sent to the States. Had you written on it U.S.A. and then just like, if we get in this now, we're off.
But the most ridiculous thing about it was in my bedroom, like as if like my mum and dad would not find us in the box. And also, what are we expecting? Like a Royal Mail guy just to knock on the door and go, "Excuse me, but I believe there's a package for it up in your son's bedroom. Do you mind if I come in your son's?"
It's quite heavy.
That sounds a bit wrong. There's a package for me up in your son's bedroom.
Can I come in? No, you fucking can't. God bless them. I love it. Did you guys go to the States when you were little, or did you? Because I never travelled that much.
I remember it was a massive dream, and it was a bit. That's a bit of a sore point actually, because I remember like Mum would say, she'd go, next year we'll go.
Was it always next year?
Yeah, it's always next year. It's like Del Boy.
Next year, this time next year, we'll be in the United States.
What was the fascination about it though? It was, wasn't it? It was a fascination.
It's because they always got stuff.
It's the films, wasn't it?
Yeah, stuff before us. Larger. It's just a larger than life. Anything is possible. It's just that American dream thing, isn't it? It's sold.
Because we grew up as the sort of the digital satellite stuff started happening, so you saw more and more of it as well.
And it was always ahead of us, wasn't it? The film was always like 6 months ahead of us.
Everyone would come back from holiday rave about. They'd have like suitcases of all the cool stuff they brought back. Like you say, from the sweets, the candy, whatever. And it's just the clothes. It was just the trainers. It's just the whole vibe of it would just be like fantastic.
Now I couldn't think of anything worse.
I don't know. I love it still. I absolutely. I would love to spend a good. I would live out there for. I'd love to live out there for a year. And
I'd like to do Route 66. I think that's something I'd like to. But things like New York and stuff like that, I've got no interest in it at all.
Not so much. I'd love to go to New York, but I'd love to like Yellowstone Park.
Texas, all that southern stuff. I'm more interested in that side.
Because it's enormous. New Orleans, I'd love to go. Exactly. But Boston, I like to check
every
out.
single state you could do and find something amazing.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. It's just that sort of play.
Well, they've essentially got sort of polar regions with Alaska.
Yes.
You've got sort of Caribbean-y stuff. You've got beach stuff. You've got prairie. You've got canyons. You've got everything.
The weirdest thing for me is Hawaii because it's like a 4-hour flight away. But
it's so far, isn't it? You just don't even appreciate how far into the middle of the ocean it is.
But it's still classed as a state. Yeah. So.
Which obviously that was the last one. So Alaska wasn't even one of the states. They bought it off Russia.
Yeah, something like 2 cents for every
square mile.
Yeah, something like that.
Did they really buy it off
just bought it off Russia. It's just like way back, but obviously, it's like, I mean, it's there land-wise, but it belongs to Russia apparently. So they just bought it. Sure, why not?
Yeah, but do it, man. Do it.
Only way to go. The first and only people to walk on the moon, American.
Yeah.
If we believe the... we don't want to go down that rabbit hole, obviously. Of,
that comes up a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Also,
and that's on the day that China have launched.
They have, of course. Yeah. They're looking to go to the far side of the moon.
Or the far side of it.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's loads of things. I
saw you don't want to go down a conspiracy theory thing, do you?
No.
You just don't know, do you?
No. Well, someone said that. I was listening to a thing the other day that someone said, it's actually on Joe Rogan actually, they said that they'd fired rockets at the moon before. And like, it's just gave off like this ringing sound. It's just like, it was so bizarre. They were like, were smoking like a few big old spliffs at the time.
That's why I say I think it's us who got the lucky escape.
We'll judge it as we go along. But yeah, so obviously they can't drink until they're 21.
Yep.
They can't rent a car until they're 25. I mean, what is going on?
You can't rent a car, but you can drive.
But you can drive to school, essentially. Yeah. You can drive at 16, 15, 16. Because they get stuff for Sweet 16, don't they? That's like their big... Yeah. They're big. We do at 18, but they do a Sweet 16 thing.
Yeah.
And more often not cars or whatever else it might be.
I think one of the thing you can have... I think you can like take a gun into a cinema as well. You can have
in certain states you can have open carry.
Open carry, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Which again, I just find.
Yeah, like I mean,
we know that
like
guns are a problem and stuff. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Someone wants my fucking popcorn, they can fucking have it.
Just never understood it.
A fucking bullet
never understood it. There's 5,300 universities in the US, right?
Really?
And so everyone's got access to it if they so desire. They take in 1.5 million students a year as well, and all the rest of it. So they've got all this access to learning, but they just don't learn about fucking guns. It's like, if you don't have them, there's not as many killings.
Yeah, but it's not about that. It's the financial factor of it, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's that, but it's also...
But it's painted as that whole, it's our right to bear arms. Yeah, but that was written in 1776.
Yeah, but it's not, is it? We all know the real meaning is because that's what brings the money in.
Yeah. That and the pharmaceuticals.
Yeah,
very much so. Drink, drugs, and guns.
So... Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? They pay for their medication as well, don't they?
Yeah,
pay for hospitals and
big
stuff,
differences between us and the US.
Yeah, so there's a few things, but I think.
But you can see that it's kind of almost going that way here, and you kind of don't want it to. The NHS is the one thing that just sets us apart, and it's shouldn't be lost. That's a faux show.
Well, it's all like that painkillers and the opium epidemic.
The opiates.
There's actually quite a decent series on Netflix called Painkiller.
All right.
And it's all about that sort of the whole
epidemic,
getting people hooked on opiates because it's painkillers and the whole people like the scam behind it and all stuff like that.
Just to keep the money rolling.
Yeah, so it's a big old thing.
Man alive. The things you find out on this podcast, I tell you. Absolutely outrageous. Look, I'm going to tell you another thing. The old Stars and Stripes, the flag.
Yeah.
Designed by a 17-year-old kid in high school for a competition.
Really?
He was only given a B as his mark for the project.
Yeah.
And then it was chosen by the Americans to actually be their flag. Got upgraded to an A.
Oh, really?
What year was that?
Clever little sausage. Don't know the year.
Rodney Trottle, wasn't it?
He won a trip out to Spain.
This is under 13.
But yeah, so at that point there was only 48 states, but he had a hunch there'd be 50, so he drew 50 on the thing.
Oh, okay, wow. Right, that's not a bad thing, is it?
17-year-old knows his onions. Bosh. New York, originally called New Amsterdam. Because obviously it was invaded by it's found by the because that comes from like gangs of New York and stuff, doesn't it?
And Counting Crows songs.
Down at the New Amsterdam.
Really, keep going.
Stand at this yellow-haired girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could carry on.
I mean, I feel like you could, but again, we can't afford the royalties on that one. But yeah, so it was originally called that, and then it was changed to New York when the English kicked out the Dutch, essentially.
Oh, really?
Also, it's named after the Duke of York, not the current.
It's a lot of that. There's lots of like you've got Birmingham, Alabama, and you've got a lot of
New
English
Hampshire
cities and stuff
all the rest of them.
Named after Big war.
So many little things to tell you. I mean, I'll tell you two more things. In Kentucky, got 1 million people that live there. There's 2 or 3 million barrels of whiskey out there.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a Christmas do.
Yeah, whiskey and chicken as well.
Whiskey and chickens. This is very, very true, my friend.
Mate, the barbecues though, they look awesome.
That's what it's again. You go back to that sports thing, and they do like cookouts.
It's in the car parks.
Tailgating.
Like that,
Tailgating is that what it's called?
Don't know.
Something like that.
Like
But they're all out in the car park.
But yeah, you basically spend 6 hours in a car park getting absolutely hammered, then you walk in and eventually see a bit of the game. Sounds all right to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Basically, just everything's bigger. So food, I would, if I spent any time...
Just everything's an event as well, isn't it? That's what it is. Everything is like a big event. Like a normal American football game is like a whole day. That's it. It's just bang.
Absolutely. Like Super Bowl is a weekend of proper just celebrating and just overindulging in excess and all the rest of it. I'm a big fan, it turns out.
Yeah.
That was the one good thing, I must confess. The food was just... And that proper barbecue.
Yeah, of course. I remember in Vegas though a couple of times as well. Though, didn't they? They heard our accents and they brought out. Do you remember the time with the pizza? They brought out that massive pizza, and then the waiters kept on trying to like put us off because like we was British and they just didn't think we'd eat it, and we just fucking tore it to pieces.
I didn't know.
They didn't know.
Dale was there.
The banquet boy
was there.
Yeah.
I'm a bit disappointed. I'm the only one who's bought like American stuff from
you did,
today.
didn't you? Yeah.
Boston Red Sox
cap. Get a picture of that. Maybe that's our promo.
I thought you guys would have worn something. But...
I've got pants on.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, like the Rocky one.
No, I just got pants on. I got Rocky pants.
What he's called his trousers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't actually. No, very, very poor show. I apologise.
You've gone Japanese, mate.
I've gone Japanese, yeah, absolutely. Whoops.
Okay.
Never mind. I've got some odder facts about so like as you said, every state has kind of got their own laws and bylaws and all the rest of it. So in Arizona, for example, you can get fined $5,000 or even serve jail time for cutting down a cactus.
Right, okay.
Because, why the hell not?
Yeah. Maybe you want to pay out. Is it peyote that comes from cactus?
I know what you mean. No, it's not that. I think it's to do with drinks that come from it as well, I believe. Over to Kansas.
Oh.
The world's largest ball of twine is in Kansas. It is over 8 million feet long, wrapped round and round and round.
Really?
We're not in Kansas anymore.
2,438 kilometres long.
Yeah, really?
Madness.
Wow.
Who knew? Who knew they've got the time to do that? So if they put their effort into, sort of curing hunger or curing AIDS or something, it would be absolutely better, wouldn't it? Louisiana now, the longest bridge over water is found in Louisiana. 24 miles long.
24 a bridge.
A bridge.
Over troubled water.
Troubled water. For 8 of those 24 miles, there is no land in sight whatsoever. So people driving freak the fuck out, and they have to be like escorted off by the police.
Oh, really?
Because you just can't see anything. You just get that fear of like, I'm driving into nothingness.
Yeah.
And they just, for 8 miles?
For 8 miles solid, there's no land at all. And you're like, fuck. If this cracks, I'm in shit. But it's like a 2-lane motorway type thing.
Probably, mate, it's probably
enormous.
Perfect.
I mean, some of the stuff, it's just because everything's fucking enormous.
Yeah, of course.
I've got two more silly things. I'm off to Michigan now, and it's got the magic capital of the world. It's found in Michigan. The village is tiny. It's like 1,000 people that live there. It's called Colon.
Colon.
I mean, it's an unfortunate name.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
But in that, there is a museum of magicians, the Magic Walk of Fame with all the like stars and stuff on the floor.
Okay, yeah.
It holds a 4-day festival of magic, and there's 28 magicians buried in their cemetery.
Is Daniels one of them?
If only he fucking was, eh? The Great Soprendo, Daniels, whoever else, I don't know. But yeah, why would you choose this tiny little village in the middle of nowhere?
I'm trying to think of like deceased American magicians.
I guess it's Houdini.
Penn and Teller, they both died.
Neither are dead. What's the one that got eaten by his tiger that used to be in
David Copperfield?
Vegas.
No.
Siegfried and Roy?
Right, yeah, of course.
One of them got eaten by their tiger. Yeah, I believe that was Paul Daniels as well.
You got eaten by Debbie McGee.
Got actually eaten by
Debbie. What first attracted you to the millionaire Paul Daniels? I can love that.
That's a shit day if you get eaten by your tiger.
It's not a good day. It's going to be in your bottom 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
For sure. And finally, we're off to Wyoming. It's the 10th biggest state size-wise in the US, but it's only got 2 escalators in the entire state.
Right, okay.
2.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I suppose because it's so big, everything's like one story. They build outwards rather than upwards.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's my weird shit about the States. I mean, there's plenty of other stuff, I'm quite sure, but that is my stuff. So, Phil, can I have a yeehaw and a howdy partners?
A yeehaw and howdy partners.
Lovely stuff. Thank you very much.
I got one thing about Vegas.
Yeah, go on.
One thing I read about today.
Just the one thing?
Yeah. It would take you more than 400 years to spend a night in all of the Las Vegas hotel rooms.
No.
Yeah.
Rooms?
Yeah.
Okay, so every single room in Vegas would take you, 400?
400 years to spend a night in every single room.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It's frightening, isn't it? Because when we went there, it was like, fuck, this thing just comes out of nowhere, because it's just in the man-made village or town in the desert.
There was,
it's very overwhelming.
Yeah, 100%. No, I loved it. I just thought it was brilliant.
It's just so different, though, isn't it? That's the thing. It's
it's a shock to the system.
So what's that? That's over 1 million rooms then.
Gotta be, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just hotels, isn't it? Just hotels and casinos.
Like round, wasn't it? And
absolutely. Just walking through one, you think, well, we'll just quickly whip through this one and go into the next one. You're like, you can't, because it's so vast, aren't they?
Larger than life, and it like the roller coaster going through New York. There was at the time. Do you remember the MGM Grand had actual lions?
Lions in like tubes and stuff. They could walk through and over, wasn't it? Yeah. It's just like a different world, isn't it?
Yeah, and then like full theatres, wasn't it? Full theatres in the hotels.
Yeah.
Sports arenas.
Oh, because we saw a UFC fight, didn't we?
We watched UFC. I can't remember. It was
Brock Lesnar against Randy Couture. Yeah.
And then which was quality. And then there was loads of things. I always remember as well. You might give me some abuse for this. I don't know. But me and Gav, while I was there, we saw.
Get ready, Phil.
Smokey Robinson was playing a gig just down the road, and it was like literally, I think about it now, I can't believe I didn't go there, because it was a real bargain. Just would have been for a couple of hours. And another thing, do you remember us going into the House of Blues and we looked at the list of there was British bands, weren't there?
Yeah.
And there was like $8 for watching Travis. And I think Oasis was we just missed. I think there's Ryan Adams as well, again, who I like. And it was just all this list in the House of Blues, and it was just like so cheap to watch these like quality acts. So it just proves like what a big country it is, because if you're not super well known, then you've really got to put the effort in. That's why so few English bands or artists break the States, because they're all just so, you've got to put in such a long time.
Yeah.
Madness.
I think it's easier now with social media and YouTube and all that sort of stuff to do.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Back in the day, it was
when you had to do the graft, days in a van and all the rest of it.
Yeah, especially if you've got the wrong attitude as well, because like turning up like the Gallagher brothers and stuff like that.
Expecting to be famous.
Yeah,
do you know who we are?
I can't imagine that going down too well in the States.
I don't think they enjoy like the, outing them, calling them names, which is what they did, isn't it?
It's not really.
I think they take that very well, do they?
Yeah. Whereas others have succeeded,
Absolutely.
But I've got another thing actually. This is just going to show where we say about the Americans can be a bit stupid sometimes, can't they?
Okay, again, apologies.
You can get a unicorn hunting license from Michigan's Lake Superior
I take it back.
State
Bollocks.
University.
That's mental.
So
a university,
you can get a unicorn hunting license.
Will sell you a unicorn hunting license, and people will buy it.
Just goes to show them in a different light.
I think
they just love them.
I think a lot of it down is the fact that it's such a huge country that they don't really need to find out about other countries because they've got almost like a whole world in their own country.
Isn't it that thing? Is it only half of Americans have got a passport or less than that? It's a smaller percentage, isn't it? Because you don't need to leave because, like you say, it's so big. You could holiday climates in different states every year almost, couldn't you?
Yeah, 100%.
You go sort of skiing in Vermont and you go wherever else.
Yeah, you get the sun down the west coast and all that sort of stuff. Well, it's a bit scattered all over the place. But even some of the winters are freezing, but then the summers are gorgeous in certain times. So, but yeah, it's one of them places. But I remember a guy I used to know. He just he got his hair cut in America, and he told me
that he went all the way over there just to get his haircut.
Yeah, it was an amazing haircut. He was out there.
He looked great.
No, he was out there for a while, and he went.
Cut a second time. Yeah, he's out there so long.
He went into a hairdresser's, and he was like talking to the barber or the hairdresser, and he was going, "Oh, where are you from?" And he was going, "Oh, I'm from England." And the guy was like, "Going what? New England?" And he was going, "No."
Yeah,
and then he said, "I'm from England," and the barber went, "Oh, what language do they speak in England?" And he was going, "Well, we speak English." He was going, "No, you don't. We speak English." And he's like having a proper sort of like debate.
It's like the world.
Just because, again, he was quite a local sort of guy. Probably never left the country. It's just like it's mad. So.
It is bizarre. It's like that whole thing of the world starts and stops there. Because
and that's why I think they come across
all the rest of it.
They come across some of them being stupid is because of that. They live in their own bubble, don't they?
Yeah, sometimes.
And it is, the press is owned by so many very rich people that only tell you what you want to hear as well. Isn't it?
Really it is a bit propaganda. It's a bit Korea, isn't it?
But they're really friendly people. I remember being in sort of like an In-N-Out Burger in San Francisco, and we just sat down. And this couple just come down from like Washington and just like started speaking to us. So, do you mind if we join you? And again, heard our accent and that, and just was like amazed by it. And they just started talking about the Queen. And I think I really upset this lady. I just went, I don't really like the Queen, if I'm honest. I don't really like. I went, I don't really care.
You say about like Radio Gaga, like,
yeah.
I like fat bottom girls, but I wasn't so keen on her.
And she was in such shock because like the
image of
like the royals.
It's because they haven't got that, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's like, she just couldn't get her head around it. And then it was like kind of it was okay after that, but you could tell she was like. And then she got speaking about Obama. And then that took a weird turn, and we was like, "Oh, okay."
We should probably eat up now,
we're in that conversation.
Yeah.
So just about. But like in lifts and everywhere else, it was so friendly. And,
they're massive on chit chat and sort of, just whiling away hours and stuff and all the rest of it. I get why serving staff and whatnot do it because they've got to do that for the tipping culture and all the rest of it. But just generally, people will have a chat. You get
to a point with the chit chat, and then they kind of. They'll
run it.
So it's kind of learning the whole thing.
Yeah.
But just doing the niceties. Even the mornings, it used to shock me because I was like, oh, fuck, no one says
so used to head down on the tube and stuff and not looking at anyone.
But it was nice. It was a breath of
It is refreshing. It can be done. It's just, it can tip over into that false.
So, I mean, it's only a breath of fresh air because you're only there for a short time.
Yeah,
it's probably really.
Yeah, 6 months in, you're like, I don't want anyone to say good morning to me at all. Just want my own space.
It's the same as anything, isn't it? You're never happy with where you go, is it?
Absolutamonto. Any other little nuggets from yourself, Mr. Reynolds, Mr. D?
We're going to touch on music. It's just like about things like rock and roll, apple pie,
rock and roll,
the American dream,
so American,
and the food is like it is amazing. Like it's sort of, I know it's majority of it's fast food, but it just is fantastic. And
apparently, they eat 3 billion pizzas a year, or
possibly. But I remember every time I've been there, I've never had a bad meal. Like I've never had, like, service wise, I've never had a bad meal, and it's just like always been on point. The service has been fantastic.
You're absolutely right.
There you go.
Nice. All right, Phil, I'm going to ask you to hit us with an Alabama accent, and then we're going to come back with some stuff on music.
Oh, Alabama accent.
You don't actually have to say Alabama accent. You can say whatever you so choose.
I just did. That's what I said.
You said Alabama accent. Bingo, tick, and tick again. Lovely. So, chaps, we are on a mission to try and build up this Spotify playlist. We need to get another 10 tracks from this episode. So, we're going to look at all the music associated to the States. Obviously, it's too big a topic to kind of delve into per se. So, in trying to compile this, I don't know how you guys have done it, but I've sort of looked at either songs that feature the word America or an American state or an American city, that sort of thing, or the artist has got something of the word America or a state or something in it. So I can start you with a couple and then we'll see where we go to, but we'll try as we go along, find our favourite 10 and then we can add that to the Spotify list. Okay. Yes? So I started off, I went quite obvious, Born in the U.S.A, Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah,
I thought, I mean, you know, you're doing stuff linked to America, Born in the USA. Can't go far wrong. If at any point anyone wants a little sing along, please do shout.
I think Born in the USA, I think it's an actual anti-war song.
Yeah.
I think it is, but it's been adopted obviously with certain things, as in on the flip side, it's been used for like propaganda for political,
absolutely,
and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure it is. I might be wrong there.
I mean, it's the archetypal thing, isn't it? It's like the white shirt, the blue jeans.
But you just listen to the lyrics, and I can't remember. There's a line about sort of being taken to a foreign land to kill the yellow man, and it's sort of I'm pretty sure it's a bit more to it, but yeah.
God bless old Brucey. He knew how to rasp out a tune, didn't he?
Yeah, like Bruce.
Like a little bit of Bruce. I've also got American Idiot by Green Day. A little bit closer to our tastes, but can't go far wrong with that. Razorlight even did a song called America. Lovely little tune.
Yeah,
quite like a bit of Razorlight. What about you boys? Any tunes that are hitting the big spot for you, Richie?
Yeah, it's a classic. It's an old one, but every time it comes on, I always sing along. It's American Pie by Don McLean.
Don McLean, hell of a tune,
classic.
Yeah, so
classic.
Goes
tune.
on a bit too long, though, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Still good.
It's a bit like Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody for me.
Because
if I miss it for a long time, if it's on all the time,
I don't know, because Queen, that changes. That song changes, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, but as in, like, it's along. There's
Don
a bit
McLean
more
one
to it.
is the same old.
Slow, but
it does slow, and then it's got that whole.
It's a great song. I just find a minute or two a bit too long, yeah, it's good though. Bohemian Rhapsody changes for me.
So it's more American Pie you off.
No, it's a great song, but
I
don't know what my point was.
Yeah, good. Great song. Could have been a minute shorter.
I know what your point was. It's tipping point.
He's still thinking.
How about Peaches by the President of the United States?
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Did they also do one called Lump?
Yeah, it did. I'm lump. You're lump. I'm lump.
It's in my head.
That's
right. But yeah, Peaches.
Millions of peaches.
Peaches for me.
Great song.
Peaches come from a can?
Yeah.
They're put there by a man?
From a factory downtown.
Yeah. I mean, come on now. That, I quite like that. I'm not going to add that to the
And how about, when it's the classic, how about If You Leave Me Now by Chicago?
Oh, nice.
I like Chicago in a cheesy way.
That's very nice.
Cool.
If You Leave Me Now. I'm going to try and scribble these down whilst you boys are chatting. Yeah, keep it coming. Keep it coming.
American Girl by Tom Petty.
American Girl.
You want American Girl.
Oh, God, yeah. I was going to go into American Woman.
Yeah, obviously.
American
Woman.
Kravitz. Who's that by?
Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, it was Lenny Kravitz, wasn't it?
Benny Rabbits. Yeah.
Benny Rabbits.
Oh, Benny Rabbits. Living in America, James Brown.
Yes, please. Classic. Living in America.
French Kissing in the USA by Deborah Harry.
Oh, now Richie D.
French Kissing.
I'm loving these. French Kissing in the USA.
Surfing USA, Beach Boys.
Lovely. The American Dream, those boys, weren't they? Little, nice, clean-cut fellas. Off their tits on weed.
Yeah, they were good to Beach Boys.
Oddly, I saw an advert for this morning. You know when they do the whole coming up this week or coming up in the next couple of weeks? The fucking Beach Boys are coming on to tell their stories. Like,
oh, really?
What has
how
happened?
many of the originals still alive?
Not sure.
I don't know if any of them have died, have they?
I think they're
they're like, well pickled, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're like, the film Cocoon.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happened to them.
I don't know if any of them have died. I'm not sure. But...
No, I don't think they have.
Brian Wilson doesn't look as well as he once did, does he?
Yeah, because he was like recluse for years, wasn't he? Just like wouldn't come out.
He thought he was a Satsuma.
Didn't they have like Glenn Campbell replacing him for years?
It might have been.
Was it Glenn Campbell who replaced him for?
Yeah,
it's quite possible.
Brian Wilson for.
Yeah, it might have been.
Rings a bell. I'm not 100% about that.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Glenn Campbell, I had him down for one of my tunes, Wichita Lineman.
I love that song.
Lovely tune.
It's a great song.
Have you heard the Elbow cover?
No.
Man,
heard the REM version. Though. Very good.
Do a very good.
But that's a great song, though. Wichita
Lineman. That.
There's a great line in that. I can't remember how it goes, but I've got it on one of my playlists on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's something like, I need you more than ever, but I don't know. It's a great song. It's a great line.
It's very, 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 very good song. Isn't it?
Another American, Counting Crows, American Girls.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Good song.
There's got to be an REM song with America.
Oh, there's loads.
I would have thought so.
Yeah, you've got Little America.
Oh, okay.
Leaving New York.
Oh, yeah,
Leaving New York.
I like Leaving New York.
There's probably loads more. I don't know, but yeah. I didn't want to go there. Too obvious.
Too obvious. Oh, really? Well, speaking of that, you're going to hate these next three then, aren't you? I got Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Love that tune. California Dreaming. The old Mamas and Papas.
What's the other California one with the Hotel California?
Hotel California, directly underneath that by the Eagles, yeah. Very good. Slightly more obscure then. I've got the band America, who did A Horse With No Name,
Okay.
which I quite enjoy. And Boston with More Than a Feeling.
Yeah, I know.
More Than a Feeling.
Nice. I like that. Got Kids in America with Kim Wilde.
God, yeah. I think she featured in one of our 80s jobbies, didn't she?
Yeah, she does. No, but I think it's your choice as well, mate.
Yeah.
American Boy by Estelle.
Yeah, that's a great little tune. Love that.
Yes, and this one I really like. I'm gonna say you might not know what I mean, but then I'll tell you the film and you'll go probably yes.
Okay.
It's Back in America by Network, and the film it's the last song on National Lampoon's European Vacation, and they do like they go Back in America, and it's like where he's about to crash into the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
And then it just shows everything America. Like it's got Hulk Hogan. It's got like the Statue of Liberty. It's just like everything of that time in the 80s that you would consider being America.
See, I love the other song in National Lampoon. It's the one they play throughout the song.
Holiday. Oh.
Yeah, see, I love that one. Yeah, that's a great song.
I found out long ago.
Yes, that's a tune. If only that had something in it about
Yeah.
Holiday Road. That's what it's called.
Holiday Road.
Holiday Road. That's a great song.
Beautiful. Any more for any more kids? Keep them coming.
Yeah, your dad stuck his flag in Saddam Hussein's ball bag in.
Who was that by again?
The Dirty Presidents.
Oh, of course it was. Yes. Lovely. Did they release any other tracks still, or was it just a one-hit wonder there? He wants to think of one on the fly, but
Stars and Stripes in My Love Pipe.
Oh, they did do a follow-up, thank God.
Yeah.
Excellent. I've got the classic New York by old Frankie and everyone else that's covered it.
Yeah.
Walking in Memphis
Yeah,
by Mark Cohn, which I really like.
Is it Cher that does a cover of that?
I was walking in Memphis.
That's it,
yeah.
What
I think
about
it was actually, wasn't it?
Take Me Home, Country Roads?
Yes, John Denver.
John Denver.
Nice.
Yeah, I like
nice.
John Denver.
Very good. Yeah,
Annie's song, classic.
He's got a few.
Annie's song as well. That you've got to put that down, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Lovely. Other classics, California Girls by Katy Perry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a modern classic, obviously.
Yeah, and it's got her pretty much naked on her.
I mean, that's not
not bad.
the reason to listen to it, but it's definitely a reason to watch it.
Snoop's in it as well.
Speaking of old... Oh, no, not Snoop.
I think that's when he jumped in like every single artist's song.
He was just
to
I love
go,
this.
Dizzle dog, and he just say like a few words and a bit of a
Just
rap,
nonsense,
and then
yeah.
just get shitloads of money and just
As long as it rhymes with Dizzle,
he even like
everything's
turned
all
up
right.
in an Ollie Murs song.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's in an Ollie. I
Fuck
can't
a
remember the name, but he's in there. And
it's-
it goes Ollie Murs and Snoop Dogg, and it's just like combining the two together.
So you go like, Ollie Murs, that's my motherfucking name.
Hey, Ali, why are you carrying that motherfucking umbrella? For drizzle.
For drizzle.
Absolutely shocking.
How about the Star Spangled Banner by Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
That's a great impression.
Thank you very much. Do you want me to do it again? No.
Yeah, it's the best guitar impression I've ever seen.
Thank you very much. California Love features quite highly, the old Tupac.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice
very
little tune.
good.
We could take the playlist slightly a different way. How about Viva Las Vegas by the King himself?
Viva Las Vegas. Welcome to New York by Taylor Swift as well.
Bit of Tay-Tay, get you.
Tay-Tay.
Loving up the Tay-Tay. I'm not sure if this one will count or not, but in The King of Rock and Roll by Prefab Sprout, they sing about Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Is that tenuous enough to creep in?
Yeah, I think it is.
Love that tune.
Yeah,
Hot Dog.
It takes a lot of Hot Dog America.
Jumping Frog. I mean, all the things Americans love.
What's that other song with Blue Jeans and Geno's? America.
Oh, that was Americanos. Oh,
yeah, that's
it.
Blue Jeans.
Oh, who was that? Was that Gene Pitney?
Something like Aztec Camera or something like that. It's something like that. But
we'll have to have a look at that. Americanos. We'll put that on the also Rans list. I'm not sure by whom. How could we forget? The 3Gs singing Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Girl, I'm going back to Massachusetts.
You win again.
They're back. The 3Gs are back by unpopular demand.
I'm sure Manilow had a.
He must have done.
Must have done.
Must have done.
Mandy, Massachusetts. Oh, Mandy, Massachusetts. He must have had one.
Yeah, we'll have to have a punter on that one. I quite like him. He should make it somewhere. What about The Rhythm Is Going to Get You?
Yeah.
By Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, please.
Oh, they were great. Dr. Beat, was it? Or was that a bit different? Was that the Sound Machine? Oh, that was...
Sound Machine. Wasn't she married to one of the Sound Machines?
Yeah, she's really weird, isn't she? She's married to...
She's just married to a revenger. just made loads of noises and just married him. Went, here we go. Oh, I'll tell you what. I've just seen one on my list. Midnight Train to Georgia by Gladys Knight.
Yeah. No,
it's a beautiful little song. So we've got to try and work out which 10 we can actually pick, haven't we? Have we got any standouts that you both want to go, yes, please?
Okay. Should we go for the list again?
I feel like More Than a Feeling by Boston deserves some form of consideration. I quite enjoy that.
Yeah. Nice.
Wichita Lineman.
It got my nerves after Glee for a while, but it's a good song. But I think I haven't heard it in a while. It just got overplayed a lot at the time. So, but yeah, it's a good song.
So we can say that. Wichita Lineman. We both seem to
I like that.
To enjoy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we go for yes on that one. What about we said John Denver, Take Me Home Country Roads, or did you want to go?
I don't know. I do like Annie's song, but I don't know.
Out of the two, what would you go?
Yeah.
Can you sing it? I don't know it unless you sing it for me. I don't know it. That's not a cheap trick to get you to sing.
I'm trying to think how it goes now, but I do like it. I'm gonna have to.
Whereas Take Me Home Country Roads is
that is a good one as well. I mean, that's more American, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it creeps in because of the Denver association, but as a tune, I think I'd go Country Roads.
Yeah,
out of the two.
I'm going to play you Annie's song now, just because it's.
Oh my God! Is he actually going to try and do this? We're going to get.
Or hear about your gambling, sir.
Unbelievable, Phil. You're trying to tell us that you haven't got a premium account. You have to listen to the adverts. Come on, man. Spend a little cash. Treat yourself.
For the advert. You'll know Annie's song. It's a classic.
Well, you'd think we would. It's not like we're strangers to a bit of Denver. He's sitting there and he's smiling for long. Oh, of course. Oh, that's a tune. Okay, what would you rather? Country Roads or
thing?
that?
Turn that off.
But
that's a great song, isn't it?
That is a good tune. Oh, you said If You Leave Me Now by Chicago Tell.
Did I?
Or someone did, sorry.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah?
I don't mind.
Sounds quite nice. French Kiss in the USA was mentioned.
Yeah, it's a good song.
We could go down the path of California Love.
What about Peaches? Got Peaches.
Peaches was mentioned.
Yeah,
yes,
Peaches.
sorry, you're absolutely right there. Peaches is in there. Do we want to go anything along the lines of Sweet Home Alabama, Born in the USA, California Dreaming, Hotel California?
I think I like the Leonard Skinner one best out of all of them.
Sweet Home Alabama? Nice. That's 1, 2.
About American Idiot?
American Pie. You weren't so sure.
Oh, no, I do like it.
I think I'd go Pie over Idiot.
Pie over Idiot. Wouldn't we all?
Yeah.
1, 2. Walking in Memphis?
Yeah, that's a good tune.
What version?
What are you
The
suggesting?
It's
original.
got to be sharing it.
That would be lovely. There's Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Surfing USA, the Beach Boys.
Oh, we got the Beach Boys track in there.
Yeah, Beach Boys.
Yeah. I think that's almost and Midnight Train to Georgia. We mentioned Albuquerque. No Sleep Till Brooklyn's in there, the Beastie Boys.
That's a good song.
There are many, but I think we've got the basis of a good 10 now.
Okay.
Lovely stuff. All right. Anything more to mention for music, or shall we progress to film?
Yeah, no, I think we could go on a long time, couldn't we?
We could. That's the problem.
Let's
We don't want
finish
to
it
be.
there.
Yeah, we want to be nice and tight.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Films in that case. Yes.
Yes.
All right. I have got for you the top 10 grossing US movies of all time, if you want to try and work out this 10.
Okay.
So basically, all of the films are from the 2000s except one, which is from the 1990s.
Oh, really? Okay.
And they're more recent than you think, I suppose, because obviously the prices have gone up and all the rest of it. If you adjust them for like inflation and stuff, then some of them are slightly different. But
I reckon
this is
Titanic's the 90s
pure.
one.
Titanic is the 90s one. That is at number 9. It's made $674 million. So the rest are all 2000 and above, and there's actually quite a few new ones.
Right, okay.
So,
what is it? What was the ones?
which way are we thinking?
Oh, well, there's got to be a couple of Marvels.
There are a couple of Marvels ones in there. There is, 8 is the Avengers Infinity War, made $678 million.
Batman's in there, isn't it?
And Avengers Endgame is actually number 2, $858 million.
Yeah.
Batman is not in the top 10.
Not?
It is not, my friend.
So is there a billion breaking movie?
The top one is currently at 936 million as what it took, but if it's adjusted, it's like $1.5 billion or something.
Oh, what was it? Is it Avatar?
It is Avatar, the original Avatar, because it was so long ago. It's at number 4 at 785 million, but it basically doubles if you take it into account.
What's that? So what number was that? Avatar?
That was number 4.
Right, okay.
So you've got 2, 4, 8, and 9 so far done. So we want number 10, we want 7, 6, 5, 3, and the top bugger.
God. They are obvious, but I just can't. You just can't get your head around them at the moment.
2000, definitely. Well, early
All in the 2000s and beyond, sort of thing. So if you've mentioned Avatar,
well, that's sort of high grossing film.
there is another one.
Avatar 2?
Yes, Way of the Water,
Really?
which is fucking atrocious.
Well, they're both crap.
Oh, I reckon. You know what? I reckon The Force Awakens or something like that's in there.
Richie D has found the number 1 grossing film in the States, Force Awakens.
Really? Force Awakens?
936 million.
I reckon. Yeah.
So the others in there. The other Star Wars is in there.
No other Star Wars films. Quite surprising.
So we've done Star Wars, we've done superheroes. Just trying to.
You
think
can
else.
think more. So if you go Guardians of the Galaxy, they feature within this.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, Marvel, just so
Marvel-y type things. There's another one.
I'm down with the Guardians. So
If I say Wakanda Forever,
Black Panther.
Yeah,
Black Panther is 6.
So really?
700 million quid that took.
Really?
It's madness, isn't it? Tom Cruise features in one of these.
Mission Impossible.
Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick.
Oh,
yeah.
Maverick, okay.
Which is obviously I think one of the most recent ones on this list. 718 million in at number 5 there. You've got Tom Holland's in one of these.
That was Spider-Man ones, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, the No Way Home is at 3. And the last one is the top number 10. And it is, I'm not sure which one of these it is. It's part of a franchise featuring some scaly motherfuckers. Jurassic World.
Oh, really?
There's some
when
shit
you go,
films
you basically look at it, you go, it's some poor films, but they've all made it in just because, I don't know, advertising, popcorn, yeah.
Sort of family grossing films, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing too offensive in any of them. They're just big blockbuster, massive budget. You wonder what profit a lot of them made.
Yeah, that's the problem,
isn't it? They cost, but
and they keep making profits, so they just keep churning them out. That's
exactly. Yeah, exactly. There you go. There's the 10. So let's get into our own little nominations, shall we? You little tinkers. Yeah, cool. So obviously, this again could have been like you could link it back to America in a million different ways, I guess. Who went first? I think I went first last time, didn't I? So let's go for you, Del. Why don't you tell us the film you're nominating as your link to the U.S.A?
So I've got.
I think I've guessed at yours actually. I can't remember what I put down.
Really? Okay. So
I do have a guess for yours.
It's not going to be right because I'm going to go totally.
Oh, are you going? You going?
Yeah. There was.
Is it Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey again?
Yeah. No, I had. You know what? And I had your American Psychos. I had your Rocky Fours because it's big American flags. It's Russia. It's I had Hot Shots in there. I had National Lampoons.
Do you know what? I forgot about Hot Shots as an option.
Yeah,
that's lovely.
National Lampoons Vacation. And I want to touch on these just because of they're just fucking ridiculous. The American Ninja franchise.
Well, you know what? I was going to go down that route.
Were you?
Yeah, just to have a bit of fun.
The awful 80s.
American Ninja, yeah.
90s,
it's just like
American Ninja 4, Annihilation.
Annihilation. Wow. Okay, I didn't. I got to 3. I didn't know. I didn't know there's a 4. But I'll just give you the basis, Jim. This is all you need to know because I know you're never going to watch it or probably never have watched it.
I certainly haven't watched it, but I could be intrigued by this.
American Ninja is about a white soldier.
Lovely.
Who's been trained by an ex-ninja guru.
Beautiful.
Who takes on a team of bad ninjas.
Oh, the worst type of ninja.
To help the American army. And that
happens 4 different times.
Pretty much in the first 2. I don't know if Phil can film. It's just it's ridiculous. It's over the top, and it's the fact.
Does he wear like the full pajama suit type thing?
Yeah. But he does. He's got his army gear, but then he goes into that, and it's just and he catches an arrow, and there's all these different, all these ridiculous things like 20-foot flips in the air and stuff like that. It's just American. I like that. Ninja.
He catches
they were proper like VHS 80s films, weren't they?
But it's just the fact of if
was
you're
there
a
anyone
Japanese
famous in it? It feels like it's almost
I can't remember the main guy, Michael.
For Van Damme,
I don't think he was that big. Nah, there's nothing like that.
Michael Dorfus, something to Michael.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could picture him. He had like a bit of a mullet, dark hair.
Of course, of course he did.
Yeah.
So that's my job. But the film I want to choose is it's only because it's American, and I never get a chance to talk about it on any other.
Okay.
It
fulfills the brief, but this is more of a way in for you.
It kind of is. It's a film. I think it is my favourite film of all time. If I go back and forth, and like I say, I never get to talk about it again, but. As much as like American Ninja's like fun and that, it's one flew over the cuckoo's nest. So it's American. There's basis of American, but it's just more about me just talking about my favourite film. So that's basically it.
Tick.
There's nothing more to it than that. I'm not going to tell you about the film. You know about the film.
That's the thing in it. We could all just pick probably our favourite films.
Yeah, it depends
because all my favourite films are American anyway.
Exactly.
British ones don't come. Yeah, even with the music, sort of the sense of the fact of America's such a great country, a proud country, you cannot talk about really anywhere else apart from London, maybe.
Yes.
You can't really make up a song about Bolton.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can't talk about Peterborough. You can't talk about, whereas in America, it's pretty much New Orleans, whatever, the Memphis, it's things and it's just cool.
Yes.
And you accept it.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's tough to hear about, I know Bognor Regis.
Pitsy's
like,
not getting a song made up about it.
So yeah, that's it. I'm going to shoot him One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but you know what? Just for the whole American thing, I'll go with American Ninja. Yeah,
lovely stuff. Mr. Reynolds, which path did you take?
Well, it was the American one as route as in with the title, because we could pick pretty much any film otherwise. Yeah. I mean, if it was going to go to any film, we'd probably go something like Shawshank Redemption.
True.
So mine's probably pretty obvious, but then I was thinking of changing. I was going to go to American Ninja route as still.
My guess is American History X.
Well, that's it. So is that, like, as Del said, if we're going for favourite films and it just so happens to have American in the title,
tick,
then it would be that. But then also, just to switch it a little bit, because I knew you'd all go for that, I kind of went for an American Werewolf in London.
Oh,
that's very good. Yeah,
but if I was going to be honest, it probably would be an American History X. If you said what was the better film, I'd go for American History X. But then also, I'd say Shawshank Redemption.
The link
better
is
than
so
that.
vast, isn't it?
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
kind of struggling on this one.
That's what I mean. Otherwise, it would be Shawshank Redemption, which would probably be my favourite film.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we should just vote on the most American. I mean, what's the most American?
It's going to be a tough one, isn't it? I think basically we might even come up with a draw and just say, fuck it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, it could be, yeah.
That's the thing. We all vote for one round from each other, and we all vote.
Yeah, no.
Fair dues. So I
don't know what my answer was there.
Bit of both, really, isn't it? But Del's put in a couple as well. So I think we can just nod at things, can't we, really, on this one? It's going to be tough. So I went... the film that I'm going to select, I'll come back to, the honourable mentions kind of thing. I dithered with Team America, just because it makes me fucking chuckle. American Pie, just because of the franchise thing. It's a very nice, easy link. American Beauty. Now Spacey's been cleared. We can go back to going, yes, that's all right. Coming to America before, you realise it's absolute toilet. And even like the Wolf of Wall Street for the American Dream kind of thing, making it big and all the rest of it. But I went Forrest Gump in the end, because it is that whole... American. So there's lots of little American stories within it. He's a simple American man, makes it good, overcomes problems, becomes rich and famous, gets a scholarship to the college for the sports. Very American. Joins the army, serves with distinction, gets a medal. Very American. Does the old chat show circuit, meets celebrities. Very American. Marries his childhood sweetheart. Terribly American. Loves his mama. Loves God. Very American. Lives in the family home. What more can you want? So that's where I went.
He lives in America. That's very American.
That is very American. And he runs across America when he's doing the whole running
That's
thing.
so American. It's
so American, isn't it? Everything's American about that guy. He's like apple pie.
Yeah, he even eats American food.
He invented shrimps. I mean,
what do you want? Bubba shrimp.
He's a major stockholder in Apple.
Yeah, that's it.
Everything's American about
Anyone
this
would think
guy.
it was like product placement. For
Kind of a little bit, a little bit. But there you go. So, I'm not entirely sure we're going to get a winner out of this one. It's a tough one to nail down, isn't it? But it was just nice to talk about a few films, wasn't it, really?
Exactly.
Lovely stuff. All right, quick break and we'll come back with some more letters and emails, I reckon.
Cool.
All right, you little tinkers, let's take a little dip into the letters and emails. I just maintained eye contact with Phil there whilst I did that. It was incredibly arousing.
There was a moment.
There was a moment, unquestionably. Okay, just want to take this moment to call out a couple of the people that have written in that we're not going to be able to get to letter-wise, but they deserve a little shout-out for writing into us. Mr. Clint Orus, he needs to be shouted out. Uncle Ankle, he's written in, but we can't get to yours. Dick Lodocus, Don Appetit, Donald Dick, Peter Pan and Chocolat, Hugo Farr, and Pell Gemma Pell all wrote to us, but sadly, no time for your questions. Next week, maybe, guys. Okay, but we should talk about... Here we go. Gary on Camping. He's written in. He says, how long could you last holding onto a grizzly bear if you jumped on its back? And what technique are you using to stay on? How are you feeling about this, Mr. Reynolds?
Would be the technique, wouldn't it?
So you're camping.
Yeah.
Late at night. Hear a rustling outside the tent, go out to investigate in, just your boxers with a torch, looking all manly. God, what an image. And you see a grizzly bear snuffling around. It goes for the tent with the kids in it, and you think, no, not on my watch, Sonny Jim. What do?
So jump on his back.
On the other one.
So jump on his back, yeah?
Good luck, kids!
So the question is, how long do I
How long do you think you can hold on?
What technique do I use?
What are you doing? See, I'm going armed with a couple of extra peg hooks, like camping peg tents.
Digging it into his neck?
And I'm, like Wolverine.
Oh,
and I'm in.
Good.
I mean, it's going to rile that bugger up, so he's going to be bucking around like a bronco, but I'm wedged in.
I'm wedged in. Yeah,
I'm wedged in. I reckon I'm on there first.
It'd be like ramming you against the tree trunks, everything like that.
It's not the Jungle Book.
It would be, though.
We're having a good old scratch.
I've been there before.
You've been on a bear's back.
And lived to tell the tale. This guy is...
Yeah, he is.
It's not as easy as you think it is.
Well, that's why I'm doing just what I think is right. I haven't got the experience that you've got, so
I would just go with just arms around the neck.
Reach around.
Try and, if I can,
I just said reach around, and he went,
yeah, lock the hands together if I can.
Around the middle of a grizzly bear?
No, the neck. I'm high up.
Oh, you're high up.
I've jumped up high on his back.
Yeah.
You, with those little legs?
Yeah, so I'm like right round
his neck.
Right around his neck, and then hopefully by that time, again, it's similar to you, but like...
You're actually trying to make it pass out.
Yeah, sleeper mode.
Sleeper mode, nice. How long do you think you stay
I don't want to kill the thing, you're just being cruel.
I'm not trying to kill
Put
it.
him to sleep for a while, get everyone out, and then by the time it wakes up, we're gone.
I'm not trying to kill it, I'm just going into the fleshier parts and I'm digging in.
Which will make him bleed, and then bleed out.
Only a little bit.
And eventually die.
I'm not puncturing a major organ with this. These buggers are enormous.
So that's the technique. And how long would I last?
I'm vegan.
Well, I'd hopefully last until he's...
Long enough.
Until he's passed out.
That's all you need to last.
A couple of minutes, I reckon.
Long enough, yeah.
It would be like a good rodeo session, though, wouldn't it?
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. You got to be strong. I am strong.
Be good rodeo. Going back to the America thing, rodeo.
Lovely.
Rodeo
Reynolds. Bring it back. rodeo rentals over here. I've got a baseball cap on. I must be good at rodeo.
I'm so American.
So American. Oh, honestly, what am I like? All right. So you've heard a couple of techniques, Richie D. What about you?
I would go into. So I'd turn my hands into drills. I've got Swiss Army hands. So
Swiss Army hands.
I turn them into drills. I go into the ears. I drill all the way into the ears. So I've drilled a whole hole.
She's just dead instantly.
Kind of, but I do it in...
Not well.
I do it in the old, the Dr. Jacques Raz technique, where you go under the brain. You don't get in the brain. And you burrow under.
You know, the old Dr. Jacques Raz.
And then suddenly I click the other button on my hand and my hand turns into handcuffs. And like you said before with the lock in, it locks there.
Yeah.
I press my nose and my face turns into a pillow.
Hang on, how can you press your nose if your hands are inside their ears?
I press my nose on the bear's neck. So, yeah, instantly turns my face into a pillow. So I've got a cushion. So even if he's rocking me back and forth, and perhaps I maybe need a crash helmet as well. So.
Oh, I mean, fortunately, you wore that when you turned up.
Yeah, exactly. When I saw that, yeah.
So if you could do all of these things, why didn't you just do something that stops you from doing that in the first place?
Because, like you, I don't want to be cruel to a bear.
I don't want to be cruel to a bear. That's why he's using the Dr. Jacques technique of under the brain, not through the brain.
It's a fantastic read. I recommend anyone who's sort of
What's the book called?
Dr. Jacques Raz. All about bears.
All about bears.
How to tackle bears by Dr. Jacques Raz.
It's not all about sort of how to survive the technique. There's lots of other things like
Dr. Jacques Raz.
Yeah,
Dr. Jacques Raz
rhymes with bears as well.
That's just fortunate. That's just fortunate.
In fact, that's when he does his TED talk. That's his own.
What nationality is Dr. Jacques Raz?
He's from the Czech Republic.
Not French Canadian.
No, they have.
No.
He was born, I believe, in Canada. Is that right? In Quebec.
That's right. Yeah.
And he moved across.
Yeah,
to the Czech Republic.
Yeah, and also there's the studying in the Czech Republic on bears is phenomenal.
It's huge, isn't it?
It's like, well, it leads the world in bear sort of information.
Yeah. Okay.
Always good to know. I was wondering what I was going to read next, and that's now on my list. Dr. Jacques. Good.
About bears.
I'll be going on Amazon looking for.
I'm on holiday in a couple of weeks. I'm always reading. So
well, you can borrow once I finish with it. I'll
that'd be great.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Maybe we'll do a book club.
Yeah, you'll get through it in a night easy.
Oh yeah, it's more of a pamphlet, isn't it, than a book. All right. Well, there you go, Gary, on camping. Lots of techniques that you can use. My recommendation, Dr. Jacques. Old Danny Longlegs has also written into us this week, and he says, "You're the world's worst bank robber." So imagine the scene, and you've got a gang. You're in the middle of a job. Who's the worst 3 people that you could have in your gang?
What, famous people?
That is doesn't say, so that is up to you. So you're already a bad bank robber. What's going to almost make it even worse? What kind of people have you got?
Stephen Hawkins.
Straight in. Because does he take a while to get back in the van?
Getaway driver.
Oh. Or is he saying, like, stick 'em up?
Yeah.
Stick 'em up. Right, okay. Straight away.
Straight Hawkins.
It's the way that Phil doesn't even think. He just goes, bang, right, what's the thing? Right, done. Stephen Hawkins.
So it's bank robber, Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah.
And then I'm probably just thinking someone like the Chuckle Brothers as well.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
you've always got brothers in your team.
You're right. Yeah,
they don't get on very well.
Yeah.
They're having a little argument, which causes the problems, family issues.
Give me the gun. To me.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Chuckle Brothers and Stephen Hawkins.
It's just a powerful band. And you.
Yeah.
And you're the leader of this misfit army.
Yeah, I'm the best of the bunch. That's how bad it is.
So you're trying to do a job on what can be described as a vault holding Kevin Costner's tights, and you've decided that Barry and Paul Chuckle and Dr. Stephen Hawking are the people to help you.
Yeah,
Interesting. Good news. Richie D? Who's joining the gang?
I've got a clumsy Donald Sutherland.
Clumsy Donald
really
Sutherland.
Clumsy.
What, in the guy that was he in Kelly's Heroes? You know, that kind of...
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland.
The stoner.
Yeah, 100%.
Why is he clumsy?
Well, because he's just, that's why he's this version of Donald Sutherland. He's really clumsy. He's going into bank, he's put his foot in his bucket, he's put his foot through a window.
He's
dropped the gun, he shot himself in the foot again.
I don't believe it. Can everyone stop
getting the money,
shot?
he's spilling it everywhere. It's just like,
what a klutz.
It's just absolute klutz. And I'll probably get who's the guy that played Tarzan?
Oh Christ! Totally got out of my head.
Can't think of his
Johnny
name.
Vandermeer.
Johnny Weissmuller.
Weissmuller.
It was Weissmuller.
Something like that, isn't it?
I won't have him. But
Not him.
That was a supplementary question. I'd have his mum.
Yeah, I'd probably have John Inman.
I'm free.
Yeah. And probably a crack addicted by Michael McIntyre.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
Wow. And what these two bring into the team?
Like really shit, like observational comedy, but when you're he's trying to make everyone laugh, but at the same time get shitloads of crack because that's what he wants.
That's all he wants.
He wants shitloads of crack, and John Inman just wants to be chased and chase other people, and that's why he's so bad, because he loves the chase.
He loves the police chasing him,
and he wants the love truncheon.
Was that Duncan Norvell? The whole chase me?
Oh, it might be Norvell. Yeah, so Inman and Norvell
together,
as a tag
almost
team.
like a tag team.
Yeah.
Nice. Works for me, Dale. Absolutely works for me.
Sure, free, Jimmy.
I would probably go. So if I'm leading this ragtag team, I'd probably have Mr. Bump from the Mr. Men.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Absolute nightmare.
Yeah,
constantly just
again
smashing into shit.
Yeah.
You need the klutz. You need someone that doesn't think through their actions and the consequences of it. So,
Frank Spencer.
Frank Spencer's a lovely shout. Yeah, absolutely. Do I want someone like that? Yeah, go on. We'll have Frank. We'll have Frank in the team. because, he's got the beret on, so at least he's disguised slightly.
And then you need, like, the genius.
He's never going to get his gun back. He's dropped it again.
And then you need the genius comes up with a plan, I suppose.
Well, that's me.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's me. I've got the idea. I'm the ideas guy.
You're the ideas.
So what we need is a bit of muscle.
Yes.
So I'm thinking you've taken him, haven't you, for your team? So.
What about Big Daddy?
Not bad, not bad. You've obviously nicked Stephen Hawking, so I can't use him. How about
who was Katie Price's ex, the kickboxer?
Alex
Reid, is it?
Alex Reid. That's a lovely shout. But he's got a very short fuse and he can't control his temper. So yeah. So he's just having an absolute ruck with someone.
To him.
Yeah,
whilst me, Frank, and Mr. Bump.
We've got to get Alex Reid on the pod, haven't we? I reckon we could get him.
You reckon?
Wow.
You reach out.
Put your wish list out there.
Yeah, exactly.
I want Alex Reid top of my list.
What would we ask him about this heist?
Yeah.
How'd you feel? Are you in?
Yeah.
Are you in? I'm assembling a crack squad. I've got Frank Spencer, John Inman.
I'm guessing if it's being
Dr.
filmed,
Stephen Hawking.
If it's being filmed by reality TV, he'll be all over it.
Of course he would. Yeah, for anything for £9.
Yeah.
And a little bit of exposure. But there we go. Lovely. Some very interesting teams. I wonder who'd do the best job out of the three. My money's on Inman. Anything with the Chuckle Brothers is destined to fail, isn't it?
Yeah, potentially.
Absolute nightmare, a lot of them.
I know.
There we go. All right, one more question then. Let's go to something from Pete's Sake. And he says, how would you assassinate a kid's school rabbit without getting caught? Dark thoughts from
school
Pete.
rabbit.
So you take the class rabbit home for the weekend, say, and it's not going back. You've decided that. How are you disposing of it? And how are you getting away with it?
You should build a mechanical fox.
Simple as that. Mechanical fox.
Mechanical fox.
I don't. No further questions, my lord. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Build a mechanical fox.
Yeah.
And just let him eat him to shreds.
Absolutely.
And then you just blame it on a
Didn't
normal
you say
fox?
I don't like hurting animals earlier on in the pod?
Yeah, but the question's forcing me to.
Build a mechanical fox and let it shred it to pieces.
The question's forcing me to.
Unbelievable.
And I'm just putting it down to you blame it on a normal fox and say, well, unfortunately,
Dems to breaks, pal.
these things happen,
They really do.
For part of the food chain.
Shit happens. Simple as that.
He will never know about the mechanical fox and that I can actually build one.
Doesn't need to. Well, you know Stephen Hawking as well.
Exactly. He'd be well on that. Like mechanical fox with a black hole machine.
Like a rat up a drain pipe.
Yeah.
Nice. Fair enough. Dale, how you disposing of the school rabbit?
So when it's time for petting hour or whatever you call it, so this week I tactically wait till it's the arsehole kids week to have the kid on his lap. So the kid on his lap, the rabbit on his lap. That's right. Good. And then what are those things? We use it for fire. The blowers.
Bellows.
Bellows, yes.
Right.
Shove it up the rabbit's arse whilst he's on the kid's lap. I've snuck in. I've maybe got a super long, what they call bellows.
Bellows, yeah.
And I'm pumping them together. I'm pumping more and more sort of air into the rabbit's
You're really
arse.
pumping this kid.
Yeah, to the point of he literally explodes over everyone.
In front on the boy's lap.
Yeah.
So everyone assumes it's the kid.
Scarring the poor boy for life.
Yeah, plus he gets the blame.
Yeah, he does.
It's arsehole kid though.
Yeah, it's the arsehole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Fair enough, isn't it?
Fucking kid.
It's all about arseholes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Blowing a rabbit up via his arsehole, via bellows, on an arsehole kid's lap.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
It's a tough one to pull off, but
it's tricky, but
How long do you think you'd have
ultimately
to
rewarding.
Pump the bellow for before he actually exploded?
I reckon you're going for 2 minutes, maybe.
It's a lot of pumps, isn't it?
It is.
Like constant 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe you get an extreme one. Maybe you pimp up the bellows. Yeah, maybe you get Hulk Hogan.
Maybe we can get Alex Reid to do it.
Yeah.
Guy's absolutely built.
I'll be doing 10 seconds if he does.
Exactly. Wallop. That is one black rabbit.
Let's get him on the pod and ask him.
Okay, we should.
It's a test.
If you want a rabbit assassin,
that's the audition.
If you want a rabbit assassinated, you call Alex
inflate
Reid.
this rabbit. Yeah, that's what they say.
You call him straight away.
I believe that's what it says in the Newsations window. we went past it earlier. Need your rabbits exterminating. Alex Reid.
Open for TV work and rabbit assassination.
Rabbit inflation. That's what he's doing these days.
Call Alex.
Whatever it takes to keep the mortgage paid, Del. That's what it is.
Exactly, yeah.
Beggars can't be choosers at this point.
It's very true.
Nice.
What about you, Jim? How do you assassinate?
I think I'm going to be quite blasé about it. Basically, we take the rabbit home for the weekend. We're looking after it this weekend. We say, look, I'll come Monday morning. By this point, I mean, it's already been killed, peeled, popped in a stew, gone.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Lovely, delicious. Lovely. I mean, might as well get something out of it. Delicious rabbit stew for Tindins. But on the Monday morning, they go back in and they go, it's been a terrible, terrible accident.
Yeah.
I was taking it for a walk in the park. It ran off and a kestrel came out of nowhere, swooped, grabbed and just took off Fluffy Bunnykins. Never to be seen again. It's nature.
It is nature.
You can't be angry with nature.
You think you can hold that together in front of the kids?
I think so. So, yeah. Well, I mean, I've got a delicious belly full of food, haven't I?
That's true.
I'm not going to go off the beaten track. I know.
Yeah, that's true.
Daddy's sated. Everything's all right.
Jim's rabbit stew.
I'm having a lovely rabbit stew.
The Elmer Fudd over it.
It's wascally rabbit. Yeah, that's my school. I'd go old school cartoon character.
Love it.
Nice.
Very good.
There you go.
Very sneaky.
Simple as that.
Very sneaky.
Uber sneaks. That's what we're looking for. There you go, Pete.
Yours is just based on a lie.
Hey, it needs to happen. Got to protect those kids.
Whereas ours are just sort of...
Whereas yours is based on building a mechanical fox.
Let's just say mine's kind of on a lie as well, actually, to be fair.
A little bit. It's all subterfuge, ultimately, isn't it? That's the problem. Needs to happen, though.
Yeah.
Needs to happen. These damn rabbits, if we don't control it,
Exactly, yeah.
out of control, isn't it?
Yeah,
Population's going doolally.
Myxomatosis.
Myxomatosis. Yeah. Old Red Eyes is back.
Old Red Eyes is back.
Old Red Eyes is back. Anyway, there you go. Right, that is your dip into the letters and emails bag this week. Keep them coming, though, for the love of goodness, people. We need to hear from you. But that's it. That is your time, ladies and gentlemen. We are done. We have blanked the hell out of the U.S.A.
Wow.
U.S.A.
Impressive, gentlemen. Impressive. So we'll add those songs to the Spotify playlist. Get those up as well by the time that you've finished listening to us waffle. And we move on. We've got to pick another subject. So shall I spin the wheel and see what we're going to choose next week?
Isn't that a programme, isn't it?
Spinnerella kicking
Spin the wheel.
The wheel.
Oh, the wheel.
We're going Michael McIntyre. I don't believe it's a crack raveled.
Not on crack. No,
He's not on a crack this one.
Then that's not the McIntyre I know.
It's not the one I know and love, is it?
It's not the one I know.
All right, there we go. We've put in a load of topics into a wheel, a generator. I'm going to give it a spin.
Live.
I'm going to spin it right now.
Oh,
Spinnerella, kick it up.
Excited.
Here we go. Oh, wheels rolling. It's spinning. And we have a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, next time we will be talking about boxing.
Wow.
The topic is boxing.
Okay.
So we're off to revise the hell out of that and come back to you next time with boxing.
That could be a good one.
It could be interesting, couldn't it?
Yeah,
We've got some ways in there.
Films, there's music, yeah.
Films, music. I mean, we're all going for the Rocky soundtrack now.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's done. Right, we'll have to think more logically on this one.
I was thinking something else straight away.
Okay.
Nice.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Sounds interesting.
Okay.
Keep it all under wraps until next week. But for now, bye, Blankers.
Yeehaw!
I forgot you were going to go out like a cowboy.